Dune Part 3. Trying this again.
Hey.
um, I'm sorry. We just did a recording, and then the AC just turned on right at that moment.
How rude.
So annoying. So Dune Part 3.
Yes.
This is Kim,
This is Rohit.
and we're excited to check out this trailer, man. I know I love the Dune series. I've checked out the first two movies. I think it fills the gap for me for where Star Wars used to sit. This kind of like epic space, opera type of deal.
Yeah.
It's not as much space opera, but it's like a political, wild, like mystical, just awesome movie. And the visuals are great. The music is great. The actors are great in it. So I really like it. But I know for you, you're kind of about it.
Yeah, I watched the first one. I think I fell asleep on the second one.
We watched it in the theater.
We watched in the theater. I don't remember what happened.
I
don't think saw the
I
second-
remember you. It wasn't your cup of tea, and I can understand why too. It is.
I think I was confused on the story. I think that's what it was. I don't think I was paying enough attention to like really know what was going on, and then it just got more and more like
complicated,
mystical and complicated.
Yeah,
and there's so many like characters. I was like, okay, I'm lost.
So I can give you like a quick little recap.
Okay,
it's gonna be a very quick one,
so
and I'm gonna.
I haven't seen the first and the second one.
Then why are you watching this trailer? That would be my question.
That's actually a good point.
But
unless you're like me, you're like, yeah.
I'll give you a very quick, brief overview. There's a character named Paul.
Yes, I remember.
Good old
He's
Paul.
the main character.
Yeah, he's from.
The shark.
It's fine. We don't gotta worry about the. He is Paul Atreides, and his family is brought to this planet. And this planet basically is where there's something called spice, which is a specific chemical.
Yes, that turns people's eyes blue.
Yes,
Okay.
but also gives them capabilities to navigate the stars. Because in this universe, they got rid of AI.
Oh.
Yeah, because it was bad. It did bad things in the past. So basically, this is like this. It allows them to like basically have like capabilities to like figure out paths through different star systems and stuff like that without causing like hitting something or going near something. So it's kind of like the most valuable thing in the galaxy.
Gotcha.
And different families are kind of keeping in charge of it.
Mm-hmm.
Paul's family, the Atreides family, is basically put in charge now. But there's a coup that happens from the previous family that basically causes his dad to get killed, and Paul and his mom are on the run in that planet itself.
And that's what happens in the first movie, right?
This happens in the first movie.
Okay, yeah, I remember.
In the second movie, he's basically leading this resistance with the people that are there.
Yeah.
I'm not giving any names. I'm not giving anything like that. I'm just giving a very base like context.
Yeah.
And the spice is like affecting him to a degree, and there's this whole like mystical element of like this these, I would call them witches.
Yes.
Who figured out how to, who have like psychic abilities, and they kind of have manipulated bloodlines for like thousands of years to they keep control over the galaxy. And Paul was this like the Messiah, quote unquote. Like they created a Messiah themselves, and Paul was fitting the bill.
Yeah.
And his mom was very much like, he is the one. And Paul realizes this is all bullshit in a way, but at the same time, he's like, he can. There's a ritual that happens that causes him to be able to kind of start seeing what will occur in the future. And if he doesn't do what he needs to do, pretty much, everything kind of stays in this cycle of like, well, crap.
Yeah.
So he becomes the ultimate bad guy.
Yeah.
Or it's quote unquote savior. So the whole idea of it is like, the idea of like religion in a way, messiahs, like how like the chosen ones are born and created and crafted, and also at the same time about like, the decisions like a leader has to make. Do you kill a lot of people for the sake of like the humanity to survive and thrive and not be kind of stuck in a cycle? It's like this massive epic that you have to kind of get your head into. But pretty much Paul is now, become the emperor because of what he did.
Movie.
Yeah.
He's the emperor.
Yeah.
Okay. So what he did.
What he did. So now he begins his.
And I remember in the first movie, he didn't get the girl, right?
He got the girl in the first movie. He didn't get the girl in the first movie. He got introduced to the girl in the first movie.
Yeah.
Second one, he got the girl, but then he lost the girl. Okay. Then he got another girl.
He got another girl.
That's because he married. That's the emperor's daughter. He took her hand.
Oh yeah, I remember because
I'm like,
he betrayed Zendaya.
I'm skipping a lot of stuff.
Leave her for Tom Holland. Sorry.
Yeah, she's not in this movie.
Oh, come on.
But ultimately, Paul now has power and what he needs to do next, basically.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for that.
And I don't think I really gave you much.
No, that was good though. It's the big picture is there.
The main thing I can say that maybe will help is that Paul at this point has the capability to see out in the future, and he is starting to understand what decisions he needs to make, and they're pretty dark decisions for what he thinks might be the way to actually bring, I guess, hope or prosperity to humanity in a way.
So does he still believe he's like the...
He never believed it.
He never believed it.
I don't think he ever did. I think he understood that this was a dogma that people were willing to follow. And he was like, I need power. And if I have to be this guy to convince them that to follow me is what it is.
That's crazy.
So it's basically like he hijacks the Messiah path that other people created. Before he was like, I'm not the Messiah. I don't want to be that. I don't want to be, they would pretty much say the Al Sahib, like, I don't want to be that. And he's like, you know what? That's who I am. Dang. And then so that he can take over. So it's in that context.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. I will rewatch this depending on this trailer. And let's go. I do like the sand dunes. Oh, they're pregnant. Wait. I thought he didn't get the... Oh, you said he got the girl at the end? Okay.
Remember they were together in the previous movie?
Yeah.
It might have been during that time. I don't know, actually. Or maybe he's seeing the future of what could have been. That's the thing. He can see so many timelines. Yeah.
I would name him Leto.
Jared Leto. That's what I think.
So he would have the wisdom of his grandfather.
Yeah, his dad got killed. That was his name, Leto.
War feeds on itself.
That's a cool, like, gear that they have.
Yeah. He's pretty much going into his, like, the phase to, like, conquer all the planets, basically.
And that's why they're at war? Gotcha.
He needs to conquer everything. Like, he's trying to get, like all those witches, I think he's trying to also win over.
I'm doing the best I can to protect my family.
I like the different elements that they have on like different planets.
It's pretty cool. It's like a samurai.
Yeah.
Do it.
Your father never started a war.
Yeah. Is that his mother?
Yeah. Do you not remember this?
What's
the first movie? What?
She looks so young.
That's his sister.
Oh.
It was also in the first movie. That's the Emperor's daughter.
And Zendaya's back.
I'm not afraid to die.
Oh, this curly
But I
hair's
must
gone.
not die. Yet.
Whoa.
I'll watch it one more time.
There's some like big actors too that are in this movie.
Quite a few of them were in the last movie.
Gotta rewatch
We
it.
watched
Give me
these
a
movies.
second. Okay, when did the second one come out?
Like 2 years ago?
Yeah, it's a long time.
We watched it in the theater. Alright. Anyways. I want to watch this one more time. There's a couple of lines that I missed, and I just want to understand like what happened.
Yeah, I'm always looking at like the visual first, and then I read next.
Yeah.
If we have a girl, what will we name her?
This seems like a vision.
Yeah.
Because they didn't have this conversation before.
She would need to be strong. Like her mother. What if it's a boy?
I would name him Leto.
I don't know if those names have significance.
Leto was the dad's name.
So he would have the wisdom
That's,
of his grandfather.
I'm pretty sure.
So what's the ring for?
The ring was the family name crest, basically. Also, his son is Coletto, I think, in the books. So he's pretty much on the rampage. He basically in the first movie, that's what the whole thing was, that he would kill so many. He could see that, so he was like, I don't want to be that.
Gotcha.
But he had no choice. See?
The more enemies fight back.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So this is
Doing
fun.
the best I can to protect my family.
I the visual cool though, man.
Yo, the music. I think
It's him. By the way.
is it?
Yeah.
Wait, him who?
Timothy.
Father never started.
It's about Timothy?
No, he's the one singing it.
Oh!
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's what. Yeah. It's him.
That's so good.
He knows how to like project his voice, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he got it. Because he was dead, but I think he gets brought back somehow. Or cloned or something.
I'm not afraid to die. But I must not die. Yet.
Somebody, right after not winning the Oscars, he just got into this mode.
That's
He's like, you know what? I didn't get my Oscars. I'm about to kill everything. I'm gonna conquer this, everything. It's hype.
Yeah, so I don't think. Okay.
I'm a little worried though, because they have it on the same date when Avengers is releasing.
Oh no, really?
Yeah, but they couldn't. I don't think they could have left it because IMAX. I'm pretty sure Avengers is coming out at the same time.
Yeah, if it is, I feel like most people are gonna go watch Avengers.
I mean,
That's
absolutely,
a bit of
absolutely.
a competition right there. No, but I
That's
feel
a bit of a competition. That's a
it's
huge competition.
Just a little bit. So, what do you think?
I think it was dope. I'm hyped. I was already invested in the story in the first two movies. To me, the whole like there's a lot of elements in it that have so much more like depth because this is one of the oldest like science fiction books.
Mhm.
I think I don't know when Dune first was written, but it was like written like years ago before Star Wars and all that stuff.
Really?
Yeah. It was
Oh,
the yeah, it was the first one I think came out 1965. So like way back it was written and it's like a whole thing of the really cool thing about it is like it's obviously it's you know a lot of space oriented and like science fiction and you have the space aspect of like just as like Star Wars, which the thing that hyped me about Star Wars, the epicness of it, like that I feel like this brought back when I watched it.
Yeah.
But it also deals with elements that are a lot deeper. Star Wars, there's a beauty to Star Wars, which is that there's mystical elements, but it's very black and white. You know, you have the dark side and the light side. So it's like straight up, you know, what's good and bad. And then there's, of course, stuff in the middle that comes from the extended universe, but overall light and dark, you know?
Yeah.
Here it's more about like, you know, pretty much like society, how society builds, how you influence society's views, how you influence culture, how you can create something out of nothing in the sense of like creating like the chosen one, and what does that even mean, and how religions get created, and how many people get slaughtered for what they call the holy war. That's what he starts. He starts the holy war.
Whoa, okay.
And you know he does it for what he considers is like what he himself is able to see these like pathways of like how things will overall be better, but the sacrifices he needs to make, and also because he has his own family to worry about, he's like, how do I do this without having them all killed? All of these things he is on his shoulders, but it's half of it's him, but half of it's also all these things in the past that have like set up these dominoes to like properly like put him in the spot to basically do what he needs to do.
Mm-hmm.
And he knows there's so much control that is over humanity that he's like, I need to break them out of it, even if I need to slaughter a lot of them. And so it's like becoming like sometimes like to unite everybody, you sometimes have to become the biggest villain.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's kind of the approach of it. So there's so much more depth in the story in that.
No, it's kind of like Darth Vader. They thought that he was the chosen one, and then was supposed to bring peace to the galaxy, but he became so evil, and then his son brought back peace to the galaxy.
Yeah, but it was a lot more emotion for him. Like Darth Vader and Anakin were never like doing it for the sake of the galaxy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was like more like I was a personal thing.
Mm-hmm.
He is dealing with like, no, I see.
I mean, he grew up as being an heir, right?
Being an heir, he's being basically the son of Paul, or like he was son of, I think it was his dad's name is Leto, if I'm not wrong. But yes, like he is the son of like a powerful family, and also at the same time, his mom is teaching him to, also explaining and like kind of teaching him to be this Messiah character who's going to be able to, essentially have some psychic abilities, be able to do a lot of stuff. Leto, yeah, his dad is Leto. Okay. But basically, it's like a mix of so many things that it makes sense why for him, he has that understanding. But it's also like, man, like he doesn't want any of it. Like in the first two movies, it's all about him not wanting this path. But then the more he tries to go against it, the more he starts seeing visions of the people he loves dying, and realizing more and more like, hey, I can't escape this. So I'm going to commit to this.
Yeah.
And the first two movies was him trying to like escape it until like near the end when we see him commit to it. And it was pretty freaking wild. And now this movie's all about him committed.
That's crazy.
So he's like, I'm in there. I don't care now. Like, I mean, he does care, but he's like, I'm going to make the decisions I need to.
Yeah. But I did see that it's going to release on December 18th.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming that's when Doomsday is going to release.
Yep, exactly the same way.
On December 18th. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, I don't think they could have changed the date or something is what I heard. Because they had like 3 or 4 weeks of 4 weeks of IMAX. Look, in the best case scenario, both movies make a lot of money, but unfortunately, like a lot of people I know, when I say this, a lot of people in the comments are gonna be like, Dune is gonna be hype, it's gonna be epic, it's gonna be, and I'm like, I agree with you, but trust me, Avengers is just too well known. Dune did not make as much money as the Avengers have. And so to me, there is this like battle that will happen. Now I'm down to watch both in the same day. I'm down to put in 4 hours and 4 hours. It's gonna be 4 hour movies.
It's gonna be 4 hours.
No, well, Doomsday is gonna be 4 hours for sure.
What?
Like, yeah, it's like 3.5, 4 hours. I don't want to talk about Doomsday for too much, okay? By the way, but I'm pretty sure this movie is also gonna be super long because the last one, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be long.
Well, we're gonna be in the theater for a while.
Yeah,
maybe like an 8 hour.
I mean, you don't gotta watch it if you don't
I'm
want
gonna go watch it.
Okay.
Of course.
Okay.
I have to rewatch all of them before it comes out.
Yeah. Maybe that context would help you a little bit more.
Yeah,
of kind of what I explained.
Maybe I couldn't. I don't know. I don't think I might have paid attention or did not understand it that Dina watched it. So that's also on me.
Yeah, I mean, it's also, to be fair, it's like you also enjoy movies that are more fun, and Dune isn't like, oh, it's a fun old time. It's like you sit down and you're like, okay, I'm gonna watch Dune. Like I'm watching this like epic like thing, but it has like a lot of weight behind it, and it's a lot more serious than, let's say, if I'm watching Star Wars, there is, or even Lord of the Rings, there is seriousness, but there's also like lightness that you can have, that breath of release.
Yeah.
That's not what Dune has. Dune is just tension. I feel like it's just tension pretty much most of the movie.
I think it was too pretty. I got too distracted,
What about the worms? You remember the worms?
Oh, the huge ones that they ride? I do remember.
Yeah.
But they have beautiful blue eyes, and then the red dust, and then they make it look all pretty and cinematic and everything. And I'm just like too lost in like the visual that I have not paid attention to what they're saying.
That's cool. That's
probably what it is.
It's a wild ride, man. It's a wild ride.
It's really
maybe it's one of those movies you have to watch like a couple of times to really get it. Yeah, I get that.
Lord of the Rings was one of them.
Lord of the Rings just has so much content.
There's so much.
It's just so filled with so many things. Tolkien is like, let me create like 15 bloodlines and families, and I'm like, bro. And by the way, you're the son of this guy, and I'm like, no. We're focusing on just these guys. We're focusing on the hobbits, okay?
And is this like another clip that we're gonna watch?
No. This was it.
Oh, okay. This was it.
I just kind of accidentally
went back.
Yeah, no worries about that. But what do you think of the trailer overall? I
mean, it didn't give that much away. I think that since you remember most of it, I think you were able to pinpoint like, oh, this is what's happening. And
Mhm.
for me, I think somebody who forgot. I guess I'm still didn't give that much away. You know, that's
Yeah.
one thing. So which I like about trailers personally.
It's a teaser too. It's all
yeah.
we're,
It's a teaser.
This
yeah,
is coming in December. We're like 8-9 months away.
yeah. Okay, then that makes sense. Why? It's short and brief. But I think it has some really interesting elements, and especially like the samurais. They look so good.
Yeah, the stylistic choices and kind of how visually they make everything look.
Yeah, and
It's really cool.
I like how they kind of incorporate these like, what are they called? Like not hieroglyphs, but kind of like their own version of like ancient scripture or whatever. I don't know, like the architecture. I really like how it looks.
Yeah, it looks both like old and new
And, yeah,
at the same
and
time.
that's something that's always been appealing to me. Like,
Yeah.
they kind of like Egypt, how that looks, or like the Aztec
Yeah.
pyramids. I like that,
Mm-hmm.
but with the futuristic element, yeah.
Yeah, it has a lot of just really cool design that I would consider is more like Egyptian in a way. I mean, we're also dealing with like a desert planet, so
Yeah.
you know
I feel like she's gonna kill him. She's gonna be the one to do the final blow. He's gonna let her. He's gonna be like, all right,
all
I
right.
fulfilled my prophecy.
So I know some things, but I don't know a lot. So this will be a lot of very new. So the chant though I heard was him. That whole chant in the trailer, that was him singing it.
Chant.
Yeah, that was him singing it,
Dude.
which is pretty sweet. If he was the one doing it, it sounded like him too, because it reminded me. The sound was very
It was
similar
really
to.
good. It reminds me of I forgot what it's called. It's like, I think Hawaiian.
The
like
the Mauis,
I think so. I
the
think.
Mauis.
Yeah, I forgot the chant's called.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about though. Yeah,
Like there's this like metal band that's from
pretty sure it's.
New Zealand.
I think it's I'm pretty sure it's them, if I'm not wrong. But anyways, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. But yeah, it looks cool.
Yeah.
It looks cool.
I'm excited for it. The music's really good.
Yeah.
That was my favorite.
Yeah. So you think she's gonna kill him?
That's my theory, just from the one
She
teaser
thinks
and knowing nothing about
Shani
it.
is gonna kill Paul.
Yes.
Okay.
That's my theory.
No, that's
with
cool.
Nothing to base it on.
That's cool. I mean, the trailer definitely is giving this implication that, like, you know, he's gonna go so far that maybe.
Yeah.
But there's gonna be a lot of death for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope, like, because it's the final movie too, like I hope it properly delivers. There are books after this one, but they kind of, I don't want to go too deep into it, but they kind of get a little strange a little bit.
Mhm.
But I think this is a good one to kind of properly finish and conclude Paul's story to a degree. I think it's a good one.
Oh, because the next books are after Paul.
Kinda, yeah. It's, I don't want to give anything away,
That's
but it's kind of, I haven't read them. It's just like I have like a brief like knowledge of them, and I don't even know how. Like I don't even think I looked it up on Wikipedia. I think it was like, I think it was like way back in like one of the in the libraries when I was doing like, it's weird that I'm remembering this, but it's like in the library in my high school when I was trying to get like extra credit.
Yeah.
There were the Dune books there.
Mm.
And I think, like, I don't know if I read them, but I think I might have, like, I think I talked to someone about them, something like that, and there was like a discussion. I just recall that there was some stuff that was mentioned for it after, but I haven't really detailed and looked into it because I kind of want to watch the movie for what it is and enjoy it. But yeah, I'm hyped. Let us know what you think. Also, let us know, do you think it should get more trailers? Because that's one of those things too, where I feel giving too many trailers starts like giving things away.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe one more trailer.
Yeah.
But I feel like just, you know, maybe two. But the thing is, you're dealing against Avengers.
Yeah, that's where I was like closer to the date
Yeah,
to
you need a
remind
little bit
people
more.
like, hey, this
Yeah.
movie's also coming out.
Well, let us know what you're gonna watch first. I mean, I expect most of you guys to watch both. I'm gonna watch both, but are you gonna watch Avengers first or Dune? If you're on the Doom hype train, I get it. Dune is awesome. I hope they all make a bunch of money.
He's there with y'all.
Huh?
You're in that Dune hype train.
Oh yeah, I dig Dune, man. Dune's awesome. They did a great job with it. And once this movie's done, I'm gonna be feeling a little sad because I'm wanting some other cool space science fiction movie to like fill that gap. Maybe Star Wars comes back with Mando and Grogu and his badass and all that good stuff. Cool, but if not, I mean, I need my fix, my science fiction fix.
Yeah.
We don't have good space movies.
That's true.
This is one of the ones we have.
Yeah.
And it's great.
That's a good point. And that actually makes me want to watch this. Like, we watch everything more and pay more attention to it. I probably would. Yeah. Watch
Maybe we can react to it.
How long are the movies? 2
Mm.
hours? 3 hours?
We can do it in parts.
Okay. Parts is easy. It's just the editing, y'all. That's it. The editing takes us the longest.
Yeah, that's no worries. We can do it in parts, part 1, part 2, and then split it up and have 2 videos.
Yeah.
Talk about the first half of it and talk about the second. I don't know.
Let us
I
know
don't remember how long the movies were.
something I want to watch.
Yeah, let us know. But anything else you want to add?
I don't think so.
All right, then. Well, if you enjoy our content and if you like for us to watch Dune movies and then talk about Dune and all the other cool stuff that's coming out, please subscribe.
Yeah, and let us know if you recommend the books. That was the other thing.
I recommend the books.
I like books.
I recommend the books. They're
I
great.
would read that. Okay.
Yeah, I've read like part of the first one.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I was too young to like really go too deep into it.
Yeah.
But
Okay. Fair enough.
yeah, for sure. Alrighty. See you guys later. Peace.